Greetings one and all, this is Lloyd Brown and welcome social media family to my vlog. Episode 3, episode 3 of my series Resetting My Life. Because it pertains to my life. And once again I will say that if these videos inspire or are uplifting in nature, I give thanks for that. But I'm primarily making these videos simply for my own therapy and my own healing. And I don't mind share it with the world because I'm absolutely free in myself and have no regret or fear in doing so. So, the last episode I was talking about being true to oneself. I would even say that I needed to be true to myself. I think it was more of a case of me needing to stay true to myself. That was basically the conclusion that I came to as part of my therapy, as part of my healing and all of that. So this episode basically is to get help. Not only get help, but to accept help. Whenever mental health is mentioned, there's always images of, or there can be images of, straight jackets and cuffs and foot cuffs and electronic shock treatment, treatment of a draconian age, if you like, associated with that. But mental health has been a long-standing issue that has only revealed itself because of celebrity. And I say bollocks to all of that because it's not because of celebrity. We make people the celebrities that they are. We as people make people celebrities, people that we look up to, people that we regard as role models. When the reality is, and I'll quote Tupac Shakur, who has often stated that he doesn't want to be regarded as a role model. He never wanted to be a role model for anyone because he don't want people to go through the shit he went through in his life. But because mental health seems to be, I don't know, a buzzword, a soundbite, so that people can latch onto that and kind of wear it as a badge of honor, I guess, makes it somewhat acceptable to wider society. And I think that's utter bollocks, because human nature is supposed to say to yourself, well, here is someone that's clearly struggling with life. Here is someone who feels alone in life. Even though they're in a room full of people, they feel alone. And in my situation, one of the most encouraging things I've heard from people is the fact that I'm not alone. I mean, I even wrote a song called You're Not Alone from my Said and Done album, where I stated everyone has 40 days and 40 nights in the wilderness, taking stock of circumstances to count the way they're blessed. I'm not saying everybody has it easy. Still, they try their best. through the crosses and the trials and the crosses, they will pass their test. I can't remember the rest of the song. But in them saying to me that I'm not alone, in a way is accepting of help in bringing comfort to my situation. Just something as simple as that. And I have to draw to the example of social media yet again. Because as much as social media can bring upliftment, pardon my French, it can bring a bag of fuckery as well. And instead of people looking and seeing that there are issues that mankind is facing, are facing, some people are just quick to disassociate themselves from that because it's, what's the word? I can't remember the word offhand. It's taboo. It's taboo because you don't have a mental health issue. You don't want to be around people that's got mental health issues because you think, well, you know, because they have a mental health issue, they're all do lally. It's not that. It's not that at all. Some people find it hard to live, to coexist with people. Some people have mental illnesses through trauma. So how does one get from one stage of despair and uncertainty to another stage where they're on a level, they're on an even keel? And the only way is to get help. What makes me laugh and what makes me not so much angry, but what grinds my gears is when people just let out freely, you need some professional help, you know. Some people say it in such a way, with such disdain, that there's no compassion in their voice when they say it. They almost say it like they want to beat you over the head with it. You are not like me. You're not like me. You will never be like me. I don't want you around me. You need help. They will say it like that. Or compassionate people will say, isn't there someone you can talk to that can identify the problems that you have? Those are the differences between your friends or your so-called friends that will talk to you about mental health. I have a mental health issue. There's two types. There's psychiatric and there's psychological. I don't have the psychiatric. I have a psychological. There's a massive difference. Having a psychiatric problem means you can be a danger to yourself and other people. Psychological is just literally deconstructing the building blocks of your chemical imbalance or balance in your head. Sometimes a stranger might just give you all the answers you need. It's not necessarily a psychiatrist or a counselor is going to give you all of those answers. They will give you the tools. But the answers you still have to forge within the tools that you have in your head and in your heart and in your soul and your physical being. So, knowing that there is an issue is always the start of progress. Knowing that you have an issue. You know, because people can fling, yeah, you got issues, you got issues, you got issues like it's chicken pox or measles or the flu or something. But everyone has issues with something. But getting the help for it, it's so important. And from my experience, I got the help from unexpected sources. And even some of the people who I thought I would have got the help from didn't get nothing. 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 No regard. No regard. No regard. And that's what makes my revealing myself to you all the more important, because there's no microphone, there's no CDs, there's no promo. I'm not going on a marketing tour. I'm not going on a tour. I ain't got my band. I'm just here looking at you, looking at me. You wondering, what's up with Lloyd Brown? What's going on? And I'm telling you, because I'm telling the truth. And I'm seeking help. Because I can't do it on my own. Because if I'm left to my thoughts, I don't know how I'm going to make it from 1 hour to the next. So I need help. And I'm getting help. I just had a call around half an hour ago from the mental health unit, basically stating that I've got the referral to be assessed even further. I've had 2 referrals, one from my GP and one from the mental health unit, and I've gotten referred from the mental health unit to a psychological unit. But you look at me and you think, well, nothing wrong. You're corpus mentis. You're articulate. You're saying what you're saying. You're not doolally. But I've been suppressing stuff and carrying stuff for years. And I've been offloading because I've been in a perpetual cycle for a long time. I'm 54 years old and I don't want the rest of my life. I don't have the whole of my life. I have the rest of my life, and I don't want it to be filled with it anymore. So I'm getting the help that I need to have a quality of life. That's the reality. And I'm good with that, because I know I'm not alone. I'm not alone. I don't take comfort in that to any degree, but I hope that what I'm putting over, what I'm putting across, can be of comfort to those who feel the same as me, or those who are in my situation and or predicament. So, in summary, what I need to do also is to get help and accept help. Accept help from your friends. Don't put yourself in a hole, in a rut, in a corner. Don't put yourself in that scenario. Trust me. The mind is a complex machine, and it can replay and replay and replay stuff if you let it. But if you get the help, like me, you can see the reset button, much less stretch out to press it. So get the help and accept help. So as with that, I'm going to bid you guys adieu for now. And as always, you done know the coup. People, please abstain from foolishness, even my own. I'm trying my best to abstain from it. And I'm being truthful in saying that. So until I catch you on the next one, people, please stay blessed. Begone.